This remix project was very effective for me because it forced me to look at other people's opinions, but at the same time it wasn't as effective because I felt like it forced me into a specific structure and format, and there were some obstacles that I just felt like overcoming were a little tough. When doing this remix project, you're forced to sort of see other opinions. I had to look at the opinions of why people didn't really think linemen were, all that important in the game of football. By doing so, you sort of question your own opinions. I think of their opinion and say, who's really right here? Just a little sidebar here. My opinions are right, their opinions are wrong. Let's just keep that straightforward there. No, but really, it makes your argument a lot stronger when you're disproving other points and other people's thoughts. By doing so, the viewer or reader, it depends on what media you're using, sees like what is wrong with the other opinions. Also, when you're looking in a visual media like videos, you have to see the evidence from both sides. Your argument becomes stronger when you're showing evidence. With all the good things about the format, though, I think there are some drawbacks as well, because when you're doing a remix like that and you're showing people your opinion visually, you want the vocal parts or the written parts to be so perfect that they become almost scripted because you want everybody to agree with your opinions. When you're looking at the project in hindsight and you're more relaxed and you're talking about what happened, what went well, what went wrong, it's easier to speak looser. And I truly think when you do speak looser, we become more effective with our speaking and our opinions sort of get across a little better. The true benefit of speaking, though, is that when you're speaking, you speak how you speak. You don't go back and check your grammar. You speak with your diction. You speak in your own way. I use hands when I speak. Those kinds of things. And doing this sort of adds a little bit of character to each project. There's a little piece of each person in their project because they're speaking. And I think a whole nother part of character is each person has to overcome certain difficulties throughout their projects. I know for a fact one of my difficulties was my speaking, because at different times my voice might sound a little different. I realized some of my clips I sounded a little nasally because I was particularly a little congested that day. Another day I was a little louder because it was during the day as opposed to nighttime when my roommate was asleep. Some people like myself might not have the greatest video editing skills, so it might have made their projects not as good as they possibly had the potential to be. And then it even extends to the fact that some people don't have the self-consciousness to record their voice. They don't like to hear their voice. They don't want other people to be forced to hear their voice. And that makes it a little tougher. And it also was a little tough to maybe even come up with ideas. I mean, I know I experienced a couple different occasions where there was a clip I wanted to add to my project or my reflection that didn't go quite as planned. I just don't think people really respect linemen enough.
Yeah, because skilled players are way better than linemen.
They're fat, they're slow, they make me run more, and I've been tackled so many times.
You suck. Moral of the story really is that, yes, this was good because you had to experience a lot of different people's opinions, but at the same time, it was frustrating when you had to overcome different adversity. And I definitely would rather do this than write a 10-page paper. Ultimately, I think this was a great format, and it was a good thing to get people outside of their comfort zone.